Okay, cool. I'm back. OBS crashed. This game, for some reason, does not agree with OBS, and I have no idea as to why. It's like the game crashing, yeah, that's perfectly fine. It crashes maybe once every 2 hours or something like that. Whatever. But somehow sometimes it's just like, I'm taking down your OBS, bitch! It's like, no! Anyways, what was I saying? All those weird sim games. Kind of obvious when someone who only plays / streams one game take a sudden detour. Kingdoms of Amalur has to be one of the most boring RPGs I've ever played. It looks great, but it is such a boring game. I give props to anyone that managed to play through it, because I got so freaking bored of that game as soon as I filled up one of the trees. I think I filled up the mage tree, and was like, why would you play this anymore? Oh, hey, an imp. You better have some gall, you son of a... In fact, you know what? Damn it! No! This is sad. There's also games like Outer Wilds, which falls in the line of one-time experience games that are preferred. Yeah, I don't know, I don't know about, like... I think I would rather take a game where after you play it once, you're just like, wow, that was amazing. But you can never achieve that again. I think I'm okay with that. Because, you know, it's like, you still got to enjoy the game. Especially if it brings you, like, existential, like, dread or something. Oh, that was fun. Let's never play it again. That's a different category. There's, oh, that was fun. Shame I can never yeah, shame I can never experience it again. And then there's, man, that was fun. Let's never play that again. Dead by Daylight was actually kind of like that for me. Occasionally I go back and play it, but for the most part, I play it and go, ha, that was pretty fun. Okay, I'm done. I don't want to play this ever again. I get why people love that game, but yeah, I was just like, oh, that was fun. I'm good. Now the game crashed. Get back here, you son of a bitch. It's such a good one-time experience that I wish I could forget about the entire game just so I can play it again. DBD was a fun game that got completely wrecked by its community. Remember when they had the tournament? They had that tournament like last year or something, and what was it? One of the hosts was like pushing for one of the teams. It was like I think it was something like there was a Russian team and there was an American team, and he was like super biased towards the American team. Hey, at least I got Imp Goal this time. Let's quick save just for that. What the? Got wrecked by that in the devs. Well, it's like the devs are continuously updating it with like new, with completely new shit. You know, and that's a huge reason as to why it can't become a competitive game. Because once you add, like, a new killer or new survivors, it completely changes the game. You know, like, fucking this is awful, but it's like fucking Call of Duty and Halo, if they had come into existence later on, could have absolutely been competitive games, because they stayed stagnant in their gameplay, and the only things that were added were, like, maps. Maps, and maybe, occasionally, maybe, they'd add, like, one vehicle to one map. And that was it. But it was never anything that completely changed the game. And if you're going to have a competitive game, you need it to be 100% stagnant in terms of gameplay, so that it doesn't completely change things whenever you play. I mean, that's why fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Fell through for a lot of people. They kept changing up the game. And before it was like, okay, yes, you have added a new card type and a new mechanic alongside it. That's fine. But then they changed the entire game, and it made some cards fucking worthless. You know, some cards that were worth a fuckload of money became completely worthless. All because of the rules change. That's why I never play League anymore. Which reason? Because they keep adding characters, or because it's completely yeah, like, which part of that? Is this supposed to be a different area? I can't get inside, so I'm just gonna leave. It's a pretty cool spot. Looks nice. They are, but they also refusing to listen to the insightful parts of the community about what's wrong with the community. Well, the thing is, the community is split into two different teams. Literally, the community is against itself for Dead by Daylight, because there's the survivors community and there's the killers community. And unfortunately, although the game is designed for people to play both, people don't. People don't play both. Oh, is that a Spriggan? It's like a drunk Spriggan. And now it's a dead Spriggan. There's a balance between listening to the community and don't listening, but the thing is, the insightful comments that you get are always going to be, hey, these survivors are not getting enough. And then, you know, the other side being like, what the fuck are you talking about? The killers are having a hard time. And yeah, it all just kind of falls apart. Hey, some goblin shamans. That's cool. Dang it, why do I... This is named Fort Irony. Hopefully something ironic is inside. Let's find out. Orcish short sword. Is it worth enough? I guess so. It's a short sword. Fortnitery. Fortification. No. Ooh. Shadow Banish Wine. What? You know, there's one game I know of what has an even worse community than Dead by Daylight, and that is Final Fantasy Online. They take the cake when it comes to literal piles of shit. Really? I've not had it. Well, I've hardly played, but a lot of the people I know that play Final Fantasy, it's always like, yeah, people are so nice. They're willing to show me the ropes, and yeah, they're willing to invite me along with them for encounters and whatnot, or dungeons and whatnot. My issue with Final Fantasy Online is that I don't like subscription services. Heroes of Newerth was ball-breaking bad. I don't know Heroes of Newerth. Which game was that? Is on the forums mostly. If you ask any question on the forums, people are just going to shit on you and tell you to get good. Oh, that's sad. So it's an issue where the forums suck, but in-game it tends to be okay. Another Dota-like MOBA? Oh, okay. I've come across a bottle of wine with markings I've never seen before. I can barely make out Shadow Banish wine on the label. It must be quite valuable. I should hold on to it until I find out more. So I guess we're holding on to the Shadow Banish wine. Man, there's a whole bunch of goblin shamans here. Supposed to only be one per tribe. Something seems off here. We got a lot of staffs. Never thought I'd say that, but we've got a lot of staffs. I think a lot of communities I used to be into have kind of like deteriorated. I remember when I was a fan of Rooster Teeth. I got into Rooster Teeth probably like their third year of existence, third or fourth year of existence. I know Red vs. Blue was in season 4. I was fan of them. And now it's like, wow, now it's like all of their content is, it's so meh. It's so meh. It's like very, the way I describe it is like, Rooster Teeth makes content that middle schoolers like, and then it either A, becomes comfort, it becomes like comfort content for them, or they grow up and go, wow, why did I like that? Why did I even like that? I liked League when I first got into it, but I got into League during like season 2 when it wasn't even that big of a game. You know, like people were playing it, but and people were toxic back then too. But I played Teemo, so I just at first I just assumed people were mad that I was an asshole. I put down traps everywhere, and then I ran off, and that was it. I fucked off, and
you'll always.
And people would just be minding their own business in the middle of a fight, and then
I'm sure there's something to suit you.
And they were like, God damn it! Teemo! And I just went, lol. So yeah, I just assumed people got really mad that I kept throwing mushrooms all over the place.
That's a fair deal.
Yeah, it was a fair deal. You just gave me the rest of your mun-muns. Whoops. I was too young to remember the day he was killed. It happened during a goblin attack on the mine. I would cherish something to remember him by. My grandfather's pickaxe that he crafted with his own hands. My father's gone now, and I don't know which mine it was in anymore, but it was far to the east. Maybe in the abandoned mine, collapsed mine, or deserted mine. Maybe... maybe in one of the 3 abandoned mines.
Take care.
They're just named differently. Do you mind retrieving my retainer? It's either in Fort Penis, Fort Cock, or Fort Dick. I swear Riot knew they were trolling the player base and just wanted to chum up new accounts. Something like that.
Well met.
I got to a point in League where, I just, would, God. I was one of those bad players where if anyone was mean to me, I would just sabotage the entire party, the entire team. But I didn't play competitively, so it's fine.
I've heard she'll do anything for other guild members. And
I just did casual matches because I was like, what the fuck ever.
I hear she's a
Vainglory was a game I actually got competitive with.
I've heard
Vainglory and Overwatch, I think, are the only 2 games where I got competitive with. And I would, like, learn the changes that they made with every changelog. And I go, well, I'm never playing that character ever again. Because they have ruined this character.
Greetings
This
to you.
character's been
The
ruined.
Archer's Paradox. Because a perfect arrow flies forever, and that's impossible. I'm Daneman, and I have no perfect arrows.
My Summer Car, you mean fucking Swedish Simulator? Where you just, like, where you spawn in and it's like, well, I gotta fix up my car, and then you spend half of the game just throwing firecrackers into the fucking... Finnish Simulator, sorry, not Swedish, Finnish Simulator, that was it. Yeah, you spend half of the game just throwing firecrackers at, like, people, the water, just everything.
Only quality goods for sale
That's a
here.
good goddamn game.
A good price.
I played
or
it on a
good
friend's
customer.
account, and I really need to buy it. I really need to buy it for myself and play it, because it's so great. It would make for a great stream game.
That's a good deal. You've made a good...
I should put this in my collection. Another saber to add to my collection. Oh boy, okay, what's your problem? My friend's husband died some time back. She needs to get part of his corpse for, you know, ritual disposal. At this point, it's the symbol that is most important, as we'll never get the whole body back. An arm would suffice, even if gnawed to the bone. Any one of the husband's bones would do, really. He was adventuring in the monster layers on the east side of Nibbin Bay. Maybe in Arrowshaft Cavern, Bedrock Break, or Morahane. Sure.
Farewell.
I hang out around a lot of my Summer Car streams. Everyone is great. Yeah, I'd be down to play it. I'll have to look at the price. Because it's not a very costly game. I think it's, what, like 25 bucks or something like that? At least last time I checked. 15? I'd be willing to pay for that. I love the look of that game. Why was I
well
here?
met.
Why did I come here? I just came here to sell things. That was it. Now I've sold things. Blizzard is banning people from their community for the stupidest shit now. I think it was Tucker that was telling me once they got sold by Activision, they were going to go downhill.
There's
I
a
want to say it
charge
was
in the air.
Tucker. It may have been someone
Casting
else.
some destruction
I can't. I haven't talked to anyone about Overwatch in years. Bronson, such a name. They're working on my winter car now. Ooh boy, fuck yeah.
Awful creatures. I avoid those things whenever I can.
Don't worry, Overwatch 2 is coming out, and it's going to revive their dead fan base. Sorry, not dead, dying fan base.
Who's around here recently?
Remember when Blizzard tried to stop people from making porn about Overwatch? Like, they would copyright every Overwatch porn and would be like, take this down now! And now it's like... And so, people in retaliation basically just made a fuckload of Overwatch porn. It was really funny. BioWare and Blizzard were both way better, soon to be Bethesda. I remember all of the B companies, all of the companies that start with B used to make like the best content. It was like Blizzard, BioWare, Bethesda, Bungie. They all made such wonderful games, and then it's like big corporations got involved far too heavily in the development of the games. And it just caused things to go downhill. There's rumors that Microsoft is going to make future Bethesda games Xbox/PC exclusive. That means they need to be decent games to sell consoles. Yeah. Which, you know, it's a weird thing. Because I remember when Xbox One was being released, Microsoft went, yeah, we aren't going to do exclusives. Like, you know, let the game market be a game market. It's fine. And then I think it was Sony. Sony went, fuck that shit. You guys gotta buy consoles because we're gonna make some great games. And it did one of two things. First things first, PlayStation games got some really good games. Or PlayStation got some really good fucking games out of it. Because, you know, they put money towards it to go, hey, don't make this game for anywhere else. But it's also caused Microsoft to start biting back now. Like, Microsoft is now starting to do the exclusives thing. And I think it's because they're seeing how well Sony is doing with their exclusives. But now exclusive isn't even really exclusive anymore. Exclusive now means something along the lines of wait 2 years, and it will be on some other platform. Skyrim to me is ridiculous. Yeah. Hey, what's down here? There's a bear. Ow! Oh! Ooh, bear pellet. Whoops, didn't mean to click that. My auto instinct is to click on it rather than to see if there's a lock or not. Finding so much stuff. Tolo's playing Subnautica DLC. Jill. I believe Snake is playing Mass Effect. Its head was doing some weird shit right there. I saw it. I've been wanting to pick up Mass Effect Remastered, but I'm so unsure if it's even worth it. Like, Mass Effect was a feel-good game for me. I played the shit out of it. I played through the first game probably 6 times, the second game I think I played through the second game 6 times as well. And the third game I played through... 2 times, I think. Sony has been fucking everything for like 2 decades. They are anti-cosplay, anti-sharing of games. They literally tell other companies who want to work with them to fuck off. In fairness, Nintendo is doing the same thing. Yeah, yeah. It's because the gaming industry really... What the fuck? The gaming industry basically started in Japan, with Nintendo being the biggest players. So Nintendo's very used to, and I mean very used to, being the monopoly, basically. They were the big game dev forever. Until Sega. Sega was their biggest competitor, and, you know, Sega basically collapsed. You know, Sega had to start basically just become another branch of Nintendo just to stay alive. So, a lot of the people that a lot of people in Sony kind of started from Nintendo, so they have very similar beliefs of like, hey, we need to be the monopoly. And it causes issues. I totally bought the hype for the first 2 Mass Effects. Even the third Mass Effect is not that bad. It's like, its ending is... They unfortunately had a cop-out ending for Mass Effect 3. But past that, Mass Effect 3 is still a pretty damn good game. You know, there's still moments in Mass Effect 3 that made me feel, you know, where I was like, no! You know, like Mordin Solis's sacrifice. Like, I always get upset over that part. Oh. You were scary for a moment there. You touch a man's crotch and he dies. The ultimate anti-gay stance. Oh. Yeah. No, they... Yeah, Speedy, they did. They also made portable game consoles, which was something that Sega really just wasn't able to do. Wait, seriously, Captain? They still want you to pay for the DLC? Oh, that's redunculous. I'm not doing that. Fuck that. Even for the first game, which only had like 2 DLCs that weren't even amazing. Oh, whoops. Sorry, hold on. It really could increase the difficulty up to max, and would probably be completely fine. Oh, a chalice. They intentionally... yeah, I read that. He thinks the bigger issues are now how people who dream of being game devs are being abused as workers to hell and back, and then laid off before payday just so the CEOs get big money, which is a large issue. I have to check again. It was that, or they didn't include any DLC just so they could get user feedback to see if people wanted it. Well, of course people are gonna want it, especially the Citadel DLC. The Citadel DLC is like their best creation ever. Oh, that's gone. Big stupid jellyfish. And of course Zaid and Kasumi were also DLC characters, so I hope they didn't just remove them as well. Krogan elbow drop. Oh, that's one big fucking spider. Can't get me now, can ya? That is the I'm almost positive. Eee. I'm almost positive this is about the same, if not the same, fuck, what do you call it? Model that was used in the Fallout, monster mod. Right, but, back to Nintendo. They've been really bad lately. And unfortunately, they haven't pulled off anything that has been, like, bad enough for people to go, yeah, I never want to buy from you again. You know, like, with BioWare kind of got lucky because they released Anthem, and people, I mean, it was like bricking consoles. It would destroy people's, systems, and they got off lucky. They got off with like a slap on the wrist where people went, well, I just heard it was a bad game and never played it. So they kind of got lucky in that regard. Bethesda fucked up pretty bad with Fallout 76 and all of their decisions on that. Nintendo's issue was the, well, Nintendo's had a lot of issues lately. Which all basically revolve around, you guys buy our stuff, and then we'll allow you to do things with it. But not too many things, because if you do too many things, you might get smart ideas about making money off of our creations. You better not make any Mario fan games. Nintendo is really starting to piss people off, though. Their DMCA... They've always had the DMCA thing. I mean, they've been probably the most violent gaming company when it comes to DMCAs. Like, on YouTube, Let's Players... You know, so basically... With Let's Plays, it was, you know, it's always been, hey, you bought our game, and now it's free advertisement. Thumbs up, we're done, it's fine. Nintendo, however, was like, okay, but you're making money off of our games. So we want you to give us what was it? Sorry, it was 7/10 of any profit that you made. That was the thing for a while that they tried to push onto YouTube. That if any person was playing their games on stream, or sorry, on YouTube, you know, for videos or whatever, the person had to give 7/10 of their ad revenue to Nintendo. Because their thought process was, you're making money off of our game, we should be making some of that money. Whereas most game devs just went, I mean, hey, it's free advertisement. Cool. Fallout 4 seems to me like 1/4 of a game where Fallout 76 exists. Fallout 76 is just a letdown. That's really all there is to it. Fallout 76 is just a letdown. Hey, Rock Milk Cave. Can't wait to have some rock milk. You didn't even die from that. You okay? Oh. Nerd. This is where all of the profits to be had. In the places where humanoid enemies are. Wow, that was like... How many people was that? That was a lot of people. Oh my goodness, they dropped a lot of goodies. Who is the next big, who is the next big creator? Or, like, game console creator after Sega? Was it Sony? Yeah, cause Sony created, the PlayStation. I remember the PlayStation 2 was their big console that was going on when the Xbox arrived into the market. The Xbox. The original Xbox. Original. Glass book. You wanna not do that, Nunu? You wanna not try and claw your way up my leg? I obviously need to grab any light armor, because light armor is just worth it. At least at higher ranks. Nintendo. Hey, Zara. Other than Mr. Sakurai, who owns the literal real-life Fountain of Youth, needs a changing of the guard to swap to newer blood real soon. Also, Nintendo and Microsoft are fine with crossplay with Sony, while Sony literally charges devs to pay for the cosplay themselves, while also having a fee on them too. Really? That's bad. Again, Japan basically started the game market, so they're a lot more defensive about it than the US is. Because if you think about it, although the US is a really, you know, it has competitors, it has some really good competitors, they probably aren't going to reach the level that, that Japan has. Like, they're probably never going to match up to Japan. But that's not to be said for the gaming industry. The gaming industry has some really just top-notch players in it in the US. And that's because a lot of people in the US are passionate about gaming rather than, you know, just seeing it as a market where, you know, they can make money. Oh, hi. What's wrong with you people? Stop it! Stop it, you fools! Stop it! You're killing each other! Oh, that's a member of the Black Bow. They were a ringleader for the Black Bow. I'm gonna have to come back here. There's a lot of goodies to be had. And again, I'm kind of already making a fuckload of money, but, you know, details. Technologically, the West is so far ahead of the East that the Japan is basically still making last-gen games. Yep. Sony has been transferring more towards the American market compared to the Japanese market. Japan has been rather unsatisfied with Sony as of late. Well, when you think about the culture of Japan and how little free time people have there, oh hey, it makes sense. Because Sony, remember when Sony tried to get into the portable console game and they made the PSP? They made the PSP, which nobody gave a fuck about because it was like, yeah, this is okay.
Now you will.
PSP and Vita, yeah. I'm gonna have to come back here. I just ain't got the weight for this. Hey, some mutton. I can't carry the mutton soup. And the only exception are huge money games like yeah. This is why Rare refused to put SOT on PlayStation. Not even Sony said no. But because it would literally be Sony in charge of everything. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. God, it was a massacre down here. HDVD or Blu-ray? Neither one. Both of them lost, yeah. Because at the end of the day, people just switched to the online market. MP4s won. MP4s and MP3s won.
Your presence here will not last mistake you'll ever make.
Can't go through there, okay. In the grand scheme of things, yeah, Blu-ray won.
Showing your face.
Like, you can at least still find Blu-ray in some places. You know, Redbox used Blu-rays. You son of a bitch. Do I have a cure poison? I don't think I have a cure poison spell. Uh-oh. Ah. Oh, it wasn't a what did you infect me with? What did you do to me? Disease? Wait, what? You infected me with a disease?
Do your worst.
I've fought mud crabs more fiercely than you.
God damn it.
You
God, people do not like being pushed anymore, do they? This is redunculous. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make several trips back here. There's a lot of... There's a lot of money to be had here. I don't... You could probably find them somewheres there. I think there are websites where you can special order stuff like that.
Who's that?
I just don't know any. Oh, right, I also, and of course, you know, you could get blank discs. You're still able... Yeah, you're still... Fuck, I can't speak. You are still able to get blank discs, as long as you have, like... a DVD drive, you can transfer anything onto it. Cool. I think I've cleared this place. Well, time to leave and start selling all these goodies that I got. Because Jiminy H. Crimbim, there's a lot of goodies. If anything, I could at least get 2 loads of goodies. You know, because after I sell 1 load of goodies, I'll have basically gotten all of the money. Well, no, it only takes 1 day for a market to restock their Mun-Muns. What am I talking about? I don't know about that, Captain. If you ever... Oh, hey. If you ever want to, get games for cheaper... Nobody really does this anymore, at least on Steam. I think you can do it on Epic as well. You can get a VPN and you can change your location to a place that, you know, money is valued a lot less. And, the price for games changes because of that. So you can get a VPN, change your location, and then you can basically tell Steam or Epic or whatever that, hey, I live somewhere else now. I live here. And they go, okay, well, I guess you live there now. But yeah, if you get caught, Steam bans you. Yeah, it is against their TOS. I'm only saying this because I'm not doing it. Because I like game companies, especially indie devs. Like, indie devs do not deserve to get shafted like that. Indie devs deserve all the mun-muns. Because I think the most fun games I've played have been from indie developers.
I'm Brogram Grogalash, your host at the Lonely Suitor Lodge. It may not look like much outside, but that's just the weathered Bravil look.
Well, it's kind of weird, Speedy, because, fuck, what do you call it? Because, the US market well, it's dependent on company, from company to company, but there's a lot of game devs that pander to the Chinese market because there's so many people in China. They think, hey, there's most of the world's population is in China and India. We pander to them, they buy our game, we make so much more money. Which is really funny because that's not really how it works. Because the money in those locations is worth a lot less, so if they... Yeah, exactly, Speedy. The pricing in India and China is so different that the only way for a game to actually be profitable in India or China is if you are constantly updating with low effort, high expenses items. And that's why Blizzard was so big on China for a while, because they you know, all they did was, hey, let's make some skins and yeah, let's sell them. Let's make some skins and sell them. Because skins were at least comparatively low effort, and then yeah, they sold them for a constant intake of mun-muns.
Good day.
But in the long run, you don't want to isolate any market. You know, if you can help it, don't isolate any of the markets. But you know, that's not entirely possible. Especially when you decide to get political. Blizzard charges per hour to play WoW in China? Really? That's it? Really? Oh my god. That's fucking redunculous. That is unethical in so many ways. What the fuck? And they're okay with it? I can never imagine being okay with that. You literally pay for game hours? So, what the fuck? That is so unethical to me. Like a subscription service, sure. Like, yeah, you pay for, you know, especially in a game like WoW, where like, where I would say like at least 30 or 40% of the game literally is grinding out for like items. It's just killing some things in the hope of random drop for shit. Like RuneScape's free. You know, like, you could pay for a membership for extra content, but if I was gonna play a game where I just do the same thing for, like, several hours on end, I just go to a free MMO. What the fuck?
You'll always get a fair deal here.
But at the same time, I guess,
What can I get
I
you?
guess China, because of how they're set up, a lot of them are just kind of used to being treated like shit. And because they don't allow internet access to anywhere else, most of them probably think that's normal. You've never heard the stories of some guy who died in the game cafe because he played WoW for 50 hours straight? Never said it was Blizzard's fault. Duke said that. Well, to be fair, you only told me that they charge per hour. You didn't give me much context past that, to be fair. I mean, do they not just have like their own... I mean, they have their own Chinese servers, right? That are only for
Have a look around.
China? I thought that was a thing, and I thought the entire point of setting up, servers specifically in China was to do that, to make it so that
A pleasure to
Western
May I
audiences
interest you
couldn't
in
play
some
with
of my
them.
fine wares.
They have to take all the gore out of WoW for China. Here's an iron arrow. Enjoy. Oh boy. Oh, too much. Oh, here's some sandals, I guess. I need to break down some of these, some of this jewelry.
Come back. Good day.
It is heavily modified, I see. China is careful about how long their people play games. Why do they have an interest in that? Is it because they fear that people are going to play for too long? And it'll crack down on their just control? Okay, I thought so. It has been shown in studies that most populations are more interested in order than in freedom. Because with order comes safety.
I hope I can. Armor, weapons, I have it all. How may I help you?
And you don't have to worry about life very much if all decisions are made for you.
That's more than I'd usually pay.
So one less. Bam. Oh, have a good night, Captain.
Take care.
$400 a few days ago, and I do not regret. Got myself a Chaos Pad and a Chaos Oscillator Pro on the way. Oh, whoops. This is a poor man's sack. What are those? What is a...
Greetings, High Elf.
What is a Chaos Oscillator? What is a Chaos Pad? The Gallows Cookhouse. I might want to go to a place called that. Hello? What's being sold here?
Ah, a man who is not afraid to flaunt his wealth.
Yeah,
One who does not
that's,
see gemstones as simply a plaything
that's a
of
voice
fine
actor.
woman. Azad has a fine selection of male jewelry, so please take your time and look over his wares.
You know, I often have to remind myself that the mics that people used back during this time were very low end. Were very low end compared to now.
I offer the finest goods and lowest prices in all Cyrodiil.
Like an AT2020 mic, which is what I'm using right now, would be like an industry level mic.
Please.
You would not just find it
What can I
in someone's
interest you
home.
in?
I like how he's not willing to buy any of my jewels, but he's so down for my bear pelts and shit. He's like, pelts? Did you say pelts? I need to store away my, soul gems.
Tell your friends about me.
Wow.
May you shine like
Social
a
security in order to track how long you've played? That is... wow. You silly man. You silly. Oh! Skin is made of metal. Okay.
You. Hi.
Morgan's Mining Supplies. It's gonna suck if they ever reanimate into zombies. Can you imagine a fucking metal skin zombie? We can't kill it, sir! It's made of metal! Well, let's go to the Arcane University and trade in a bunch of our... store away a bunch of our stuff. And also break down all of these, jewels. All these jewels. And it's about that time for me to end. So let me go ahead and do this, and then I'll end stream.
Hail, good citizen. How can I be of service?
I'm the definition of wearing stuff for stats rather than fashion. I need to keep all of the imp gall on me. I guess I'm forced to keep all my jumbo potatoes on me. So many jumbo potatoes. Got so much stuff, my goodness. Okay. And let's go ahead and just store away all of these, yeah. And, yeah, we could store our Welkin stones here. We don't need that many, and we certainly don't need that. We could just store all of our Varla stones here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. And separate. Yay! Ooh, so many gold fragments. Sweet. I'm just gonna keep them in there. And how much did our weight go down? Not enough. Probably because I'm still carrying quite a bit. Quite a bit. Well, of course. Hey, my encumbrance is high. I must be carrying a lot. That's basically what I just said, because I'm dumb.
Well met.
But, you know... You guys don't sell for as much as the person next door. Hold on. Or I guess they don't buy for as much. They're selling for plenty. They're not buying for as much.
Feel free.
Yes.
Well, have a look around. You won't find better prices in all Tamriel.
No, I won't.
You drive a hard...
You drive a hard dick.
Come back.
What?
I think...
Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to ask about Thorinir.
A pleasure to
And then let's
have a
just
look
sell
at
the
my
rest
wares.
to him.
I'm sure there's something.
Hey, my
Excellent.
mercantile went up.
An excellent.
I'll be at 100 before you know it. And then I'll be investing in all the shops.
I appreciate.
Still carrying 202 pounds. It's quite a bit. I guess most of it is in potions now. Which, I'll just, you know, keep on drinking up my, Oh, whoops. That was a strong potion of sorcery. I meant to drink my, my personally made medicine. There we go. I'll just keep drinking these until they're gone. Because Welkin stones are basically my suppository now. That's how I get all of my nutrition. Fuck your stuff.
There's really no trouble at all.
What's the news from the other parts of Tamriel?
Nothing I'd like to talk about.
Goodbye.
You have a good conversation, man?
Well,
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. So, thank you everyone that stopped by and watched. It was nice having y'all. Tomorrow's Friday, so I'm gonna be playing something with someone. I don't know what. I don't even know what yet. I'll figure it out. So, y'all stay safe. Remember, do not text and drive. Do not drink and drive. 10-2 people, 10 and 2, and happy days and sunshine. If you're heading to bed, pleasant dreams and all that. I hope to see you all later. Until then, have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.